Hi, good morning everybody. I'm going to talk about the drug addiction. So the drug addiction, for my introduction, I'm going to talk about that nowadays the drug addiction is a big trouble in the world. Why? Because we live in a drug culture. So that is the problem. That in the morning when we drink caffeine in a cup of coffee, this is a drug, clearly, actually a legal drug. So I'm going to talk about the tolerance. The tolerance of a drug is a property that has some drugs by which to follow the same effect. So it is necessary to increase the dose because the body tolerates the drug. So it means that every day you need more and more. So the vice, I'm going to explain the vice. It is the taste of the self-compulsive that incites to the abuse, the administration or ingestion of certain substance. So the next is the abstinence syndrome. It is the effect produced by the deprivation of that substance and addict or dose. Its effects are impressive, causing in the individual very strong physical and chemical alteration. In some cases, it can be deadly. So be careful with those things, and be careful with your kids. So it's extremely dangerous. So I'm going to explain you what about the hallucinogen. The hallucinogens produce change in the perception, thinking, and mood without causing mental confusion. So here I have some pictures of this kind of drugs. So we can appreciate, so you can see it. So next we have the marijuana. The marijuana. What is the marijuana? What are the effects? So the marijuana, it can be more dangerous than you imagine. So why? Marijuana or cannabis dependency usually occurs when the consumption is daily or almost daily. On this drug exists a deep-seated belief that it does not produce dependency or that production is very low. The marijuana is smoked and is very common on the street. Be careful with that. So next we have cocaine. What is the cocaine? What the cocaine is? The cocaine is a stimulant of the central nervous system that causes euphoria. So you feel good, and this produces a very high degree of psychological dependence and physical dependence. So be careful with this. Amphetamines. The amphetamines, they are like cocaine. They stimulate the central nervous system and psychological and psychological effects. The effects here are psychological. Keep in your mind. So it makes the body feel good. It's like the caffeine, but in big doses. So the next is the caffeine. What did I say before? A cup of coffee is a drug. Why? Because we have caffeine here in the coffee. So I'm going to explain you about this drug, a legal drug, as I said before. Caffeine Caffeine. It is found in different products apart from coffee, such as tea, chocolate, colored drinks, as a part of the preparation of various medicine. And it contains a substance that includes some increaser for the system or body system, and alterates our body too. And I'm going to talk about the inhalants. The inhalants take a definition of how they are consuming inhaled either through the nose or mouth. And the most important legal drug that I'm going to mention, and be careful with this, with your kids, with your sister, with your brother. Please, I'm sure that you consume this kind of drug, and I include myself because I have drunk this kind of drug, and it's very commercial, I know. And the alcohol, it is considered a 10% of the central nervous system, used more frequently and responsible for a considerable mortality. The school activities may be affected by the effects of drinking or intoxication. When alcohol intoxication occurs, the individual has maladaptive behavioral psychological change. This drug is, I consider myself as a consumer of this substance, but I know that is very dangerous for everybody. So the point here is that the drug addiction is very common nowadays. So it is a disease that has its origin in the brain of a great number of human beings. The disease is characterized by its chronicity or long duration, is progressive and relapses. Drug addictions cause psychical, psychological, social, and financial problems. Keep in your mind. And actually, it is called drug addiction to the psychic and sometimes psychical state caused by the interaction between a living organism and a drug. As I said, drug addiction is considered a disease when the individual who consumes drugs is involved in his body and is no longer a psychic situation in addiction. Drug addiction is considered a disease, a trouble, a big trouble, when the treatment is needed to get out of it and cannot be controlled by the drug addict. So, thanks for watching. See you later.